never gonna make it. You're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible. It's not probable. You're irresponsible. Too many obstacles. You gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow. You can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move. I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision. But you can't listen. That shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're driven. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Oh, will you fight?
Hello and welcome to Gameday from the UK, a Miami Heat UK live pre-game show hosted tonight by me, Ollie Rahimi. Dan, our regular host, is stuck in traffic, so I'm taking the reins. Dan, I hope I do you proud. We're going to be looking forward to tonight's game against the Brooklyn Nets, as well as looking back to last night's tough loss against the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm joined tonight by John and Bilal. John, it's good to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks.
Good. And Bilal, how about yourself?
I'm okay. I'm still recovering from last night's.
Yeah, that was brutal. It was tough. So we'll start there. A frustrating 1-point loss against the Bucks, as I said, on the first night of a back-to-back. That loss now means that we've split the season series with the Bucks. And in true Heat Twitter fashion, there was a meltdown. There was an inquisition afterwards. Everyone should be traded. Jimmy Butler's the worst player ever. So, John, I'll go to you first. The Heat were up by 14 points with 6 minutes to go, and even had a 4-point lead with 20 seconds to go and the ball. So how did they end up losing?
Same as always, the offense became a bit stagnant. Then they didn't know where and how to get into their half-court sets. Some of their shots seemed a bit rushed. And right at the end, some of those turnovers and the decision on those possessions were just quite bad from most of the players.
Yeah, definitely. It was a frustrating one, wasn't it? It was just one of those ones that I think with Kyle Lowry in, we would have been all right. He's that calming influence, and he would have just steadied the ship, and we might have seen that game out. So, Bilal, then, Jimmy Butler obviously had a well-documented rough night, 6 points. I think he didn't score in the final 36 minutes of the game or something like that, which is pretty ridiculous, especially for someone of Jimmy Butler's quality and standing in that team. And Heat Twitter has been clamoring for him now to be traded and think that he's rubbish. So, I mean, that's ridiculous, right?
Yeah, of course. Jimmy Butler saved us from a period where we thought we couldn't be saved. We had Hassan Whiteside and we had Dion Waiters, James Johnson, all on high contracts. We were in a really bad position for the upcoming years. And Jimmy Butler wanted to come to Miami, which saved us. And then we went to the finals. We lost in the first round last year, and then now we're the number one seed, so we can't forget that. So we need to move forward with our best player, basically.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you there. I think the slander on Jimmy is harsh. Obviously, it was a poor game for him. There's no getting away from that. But like you said, he's our leader. He's our best player, and he will get us buckets when it counts. Just I don't want him taking any more pull-up threes because it's just a bad shot, Jimmy. So we'll look ahead to the game tonight. But before we do, I just want to give a very quick shout out to these two guys right here, Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, who have both been phenomenal since the All-Star break. They have carried us really in these 4 games that we've had since. We've gone 3-1, which is pretty good. John, I wanted to get your take quickly. Both maybe could have been All-Stars. Bam is definitely in the conversation now for Defensive Player of the Year. Do you think that he's got a realistic chance of winning it?
I think he should. Especially now the games played shouldn't be an issue. Even if he misses a couple of games, I mean, if he played all of them, he would still have around 56. But then you see Gobert, he also missed games. Draymond, he's still missing time. And I don't think if Gobert had 10 more games, I don't think that kind of difference should matter as much as the type of defensive quality Bam has been playing, especially now. So I think he should definitely be in consideration.
Yeah, definitely. I think Coach Spo said it himself the other day that apart from Draymond Green, there's probably no one else in the league that can defend like Bam can and has that versatility. So yeah, for me anyway, he should be definitely in that conversation. As you said, the games missed might make it difficult, but he is the best defender in the NBA without question. Bilal, quickly to you, Tyler Hero, he's got to be a lock for 6th man of the year, right?
I don't even know why people are still talking about that. He has to win, Tyler. 6th man of the year. He's leading points per game in bench scoring. Is it? Am I right? Is it still Tyler? Yeah. So I don't know where this Kevin Love and whoever's coming up, because Tyler Hero, we are the number 1 seed, and it's largely due to his play off the bench.
Yeah, exactly. I think people are campaigning for Kevin Love because he's got slightly better metrics in terms of efficiency and stuff like that. But if you actually watch the games, like Tyler Hero he's just phenomenal. He should be an all-star. He should be 6th man of the year, and hopefully he will be. So looking ahead to tonight, then we have got the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn. The Nets have won just 3 of their last 18 games, have been on a big slide in the last sort of 6 weeks or so. But they do have Kevin Durant coming back to fitness tonight. Seems to be typical. The Stars always seem to come back against Miami. But they are still without Kyrie Irving, who cannot play. Ben Simmons, Joe Harris are both listed as out, and Andre Drummond is probable. So, John, if the Heat are going to bounce back tonight from that disappointing defeat last night, what's going to be the keys, do you think? Is it going to be shutting down KD?
I think he should be more... KD's going to get his, regardless if we try to stop him or not. But I think it'll be more of trying to stop others from cooking us as well. That is like stopping Curry, stopping Dragic as well, and all those role players from torching us, because we know KD's going to get his. But then if he gets his and then Curry gets like 7, 8 threes, then I don't think we'll win. So I think the priority will be also it will be similar to the Luka Doncic game. Mm-hmm. Stop him, then make sure the role players don't beat us.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. The Heat, the injury report for the Heat tonight isn't looking too great. I know that Jimmy, PJ, Caleb, and Max Strus are all listed as questionable. Hopefully that they will be all able to play. I think if the Heat had won last night, they might have sat out tonight. But seeing as they lost, personally, I would say that they're probably going to play. But obviously, we won't know until a little bit later on. There is news coming from New York City that Kyrie Irving might be eligible to play at home for them fairly soon, as New York City changes its rules around vaccine mandates and stuff. So the Nets are going to be strong. So going into the playoffs then, at the moment, Bilal, the Nets are looking like an 8 seed, but with Kyrie probably coming back, KD now getting to fitness, do you think they can sort of creep back up into the standings and maybe get into that top 4 or 5 conversation?
I think top 4 or 5 will be a bit difficult at the moment, as they are a number of games back, but I definitely could see them going to possible 6 seed at best. I don't honestly think they're going to be an 8th seed, which is why we should try our best to finish the 1 seed, because remember the play-in tournament as well. So they'll have a one-off game against the 7th seed, and whoever wins that will be the 7th seed. So I don't see them losing that. So I don't see them as the 8th seed unless they drop even further down, which isn't looking possible due to everyone coming back now.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. As you mentioned, they're getting back to full health now, and hopefully, for their sake anyway, they can get their players back. And I think, they're too good to be an 8 seed, and even in the play-in, really. One man that I know, John, you just mentioned, Goran Dragic. It'll be nice to see him again tonight. Obviously, Heat lifer, Heat legend. Disappointed that he didn't come back to Miami, but realistically, there probably wasn't a role for him. He's going to have himself a game tonight. It's in the script. He's going to hit like 20 or something like that. But it'll be lovely to see him. John, did you feel like Goran could maybe have played a role on the Heat? And obviously now that he went to the Nets, do you think that's the best fit for him?
For the first question, I don't think there was a role on here, especially now recently with Gabe just stepping up, especially since Larry Beer now, he stepped up as a starter, made like 5 threes yesterday, and then he's been doing that all season long as a starter. So I don't think he would have got minutes over Gabe. So I don't think that he should have come here if he wanted an actual a role on a team, on a championship team as well. As for the Nets, I think that is a good team for him. They're already all offense as well. All their guards are on good defenders, so he'll fit right in there. Right now he's playing a good role with Kyrie still not being able to play.
Yeah, definitely. I think he'll complement Kyrie quite well if he comes and sort of plays that backup role when Kyrie Irving's back. It was really fulfilling to see him shush the Toronto Raptors fans the other night when he hit some points against them. Bit of vindication for Goran after a tough sort of season for him. Bilal, just before we get around to predictions and stuff, I said anyway when we started this 4-game stretch against Chicago, Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and then Philly that I'd be happy with 2-2. So we've obviously dropped the first game. We've now got 3 pretty big games coming up. What do you see the rest of the week shaping out for the Heat, and what would you be happy with?
I personally still want their 3-on-1. Come on, Ollie. Are you trying to say after yesterday's game we shouldn't have won that? So it's like we threw that game away. So I still think we can go 3-1 if we beat the Nets today, depending on who's playing for us. If everyone's back for us or everyone's playing, whoever was on the injury report, then I see us winning today, because they don't have. Wouldn't you be sure that KD is not on a minutes restriction as it's his first game back?
To be honest, I don't know. I've not seen anything. I don't know. So I would have thought so, given his age and his his injury history and stuff. So that'll be interesting to see.
That's why I'm pretty confident for today. If we have all our players, that we will get the win today, and then 76 is going to be a great game. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, that was going to be popcorn. Another thing I'm excited to see tonight is the PJ Tucker against KD matchup, because obviously they had that 7-game duel in the playoffs last year when PJ was on the Bucks team, and he did so well against KD. So I'm excited to see that again tonight. But obviously, if KD's in limited minutes, we might not see it too much. But yeah, I think Bilal, as you said, if the Heat have their full strength team, they should have enough about them to win, and hopefully a bit of a revenge game from last night, a bit of a bounce back. Maybe Jimmy Butler having himself a night to prove the doubters wrong. So that leads kind of well into predictions then. So as normal, we'll go around the room, sort of see what you feel for tonight, what you think the score is going to be. So John, first over to you.
I'm going with a safe win, around 6-7 points, and I think will be Bam leading scorer.
I like it. I like the energy. Bilal?
Yeah, I agree with John. I would say Heat by 8. And with my leading scorer, I'm going to go with Jimmy Butler bounce back, like you said, Ollie.
Yes, I like that. The redemption game for Jimmy Butler. I think it's going to be. I think the Heat will win tonight again. I think it's going to be close. I think it'll maybe be 3 or 4. Hopefully, it doesn't go down to the wire like last night did, because I don't think I can handle that again. But yeah, I'm confident as well. I'm going to say Heat by 4, and I think Jimmy's going to have himself a night as well. So maybe a 20-point game, 25-point game for Jimmy would be wicked to see. So it's a 12:30 tip for us in the UK, nice and friendly start time. We are back on Saturday playing against the Philadelphia 76ers, which, Bilal, as you mentioned, that is going to be a great game against 2 really improved squads from last year. The 76ers, a new look. They are highlight now with James Harden and Joel Embiid, so that's going to be a really good game. As always, we will be on Twitter, we'll be on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed to the Miami Heat UK TV YouTube channel, go and follow them on Twitter as well. Go and follow all of us as well. We hope you look forward to the game tonight, and we hope you have enjoyed the show. We'll see you soon.